What's good, my boys? Splash here. In today's video, we will be going over the Gauntlet. A lot of people asking me, do you got Bosh? How did you get Bosh? How are you playing, etc., etc. Everybody who was in the stream know I got on, was like, yeah, let me load up my team and get this Bosh because it looks like it's going to be fun for me. So let's get straight into it. So for the people asking right out gate, my lineup was Devin Booker, the best card in the game mode. Julius Erving, my favorite catch and shoot player in the game mode. And Anthony Davis, just because you get more spacing if you use a pop. Now, the only tips I'll really be able to sit here and give you guys is, one, stops are more important than scoring. The game mode is on rookie. No, it's not really on rookie, but it plays like it's on rookie. So you're going to be able to score the ball. You should be able to score the ball. Like, that's the least of the worries. If you're struggling to get Chris Bosh, period, DM me on Twitter, Splash Edition, and I should be able to give you some tips personally. But only thing I can say is put in a lineup that you're comfortable with. Don't try to copy any meta lineup by putting in another person lineup or this or that. You can even see with me, I'm having close games. Like, I had close games. The only thing I tried to do was focus on getting a stop. That's the most important part of the game. Like, you can score almost every possession. So what you being able to score almost every possession, you got to figure out how to get big stops. If you go versus Shaq, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna just lay down, or what? Are you gonna look to primarily get twos? Are you gonna look to primarily get threes, etc.? So let's get into the commentation of it though. We going versus Steph Curry, Draymond Green, Shaquille O'Neal. Shaq was annihilating me the whole day, but you know it was cool because I had Key Book. That's the man. Come send me 180. He's over the screen. Some of the gameplay now, and also another thing, let me get that MIDI real quick though. Another thing people need to realize is sometimes when you score, it's gonna look ugly. It's how 2K24 is. Everything isn't just the Price is Right type bucket. Like, sometimes it's gonna be a little ugly when you score. Me, you gonna see me using the Devin Booker fade a lot. I think the easiest way for you to get the Bosh would be to find a way to get Devin Booker if you don't already have him. You see me off the pop, I stop on the dime, I turn, set my feet. Stephen Curry right by me. We end up getting a contest on that. Draymond drops the board. Oh, and the name of the game is the fast break. You gotta get stops because that gets you on the fast break, and those are the only good-looking buckets you're probably gonna get. Please try to run one ball handler, even if it's not Devin Booker, that has sharp bash, because once you get sharp bash, the 3v3 court turns into an arcade, and you should be able to score every play. Your center, it doesn't really matter because you can use Shaq, AD, Draymond, Jabari. I mean, you might end up getting, annihilated if you go versus Shaq, but as long as you're not going versus Shaq, I'm pretty sure you should be 100% fine. And then just I prefer like a Scotty. Man, let me shut up. We going versus that man. Me and TyDebo matched up. He was on a 12-game streak. I was on a 10-game streak. Let's see how this game goes. 0-0, he tries to blitz out that play. We pop 80 to the midi. We swing to one more. Dr. J ends up missing. I tried to be too horny for that three-pointer right there. He comes down. Stephen Curry versus D-Book right now. We're not going to be able to pluck him, so we got to play solid D. He takes a good midi, makes me eat that. Boom. 0-2. He has Draymond Green on ball. We have AD set the screen. We wait out the reach. We swing it to Dr. J again. I know I got the two, but in triple threat, especially when you're going versus a better defender, you got to get the three when you can get the three, because he's most likely not going to get a three on me. So, since he's not going to get a three on me, I tried to get the fluke right there. He ended up picking it back up. Shaq gets a nasty standing contact dunk on me. But you got to try to get as many threes as you can because twos aren't really hard to come by. But Dr. J versus Stephen Curry, 3-4. We end up trying. This is what I mean by ugly possessions. Like, this possession is just ugly. Nothing's there. He's playing good D. I try to get him stuck. I can't get him stuck. We got 7 seconds left. Anthony Davis has the ball. We send him on a pop slip. We end up missing Dr. J with the board. We swing it back to AD. 2 for $1 because inflation did hit us, and we ended up hitting that midi. 5-4 right now. Let's see if we can get this stop on Stephen Curry. Ends up taking me right to the midi. I'm playing the 3 heavy right now. I feel like I should live with the 2 just because I'm playing a good player anyways. We end up setting the screen. I end up getting the pop. He doesn't jump at the pop. He doesn't even respect it at all. He just lets me shoot it. So it's okay because now it's D-Book versus Stephen Curry. I end up getting the fade I want. I end up missing. We gonna have to get a stop now. That's the name of the game. The name of the game is stops. He ends up throwing it at my face. I reach. It ends up hitting my throw, and I headbutt the ball and give it right back to him. We step on the screen. Julius Erving is still there. I'm guarding Steph with everything in me. He ends up doing a good reverse layup. I feel like if he goes up with his right hand, I punch that. 5-8 right now. We got to get one. That's what it is right now. We got to get one, and Draymond is playing immaculate defense at this moment. We wait out the reach and shoot right over the top. That's my boy right there. That's my boy right there. For him to have a 73, he shoot like he got a 90. Dr. J ends up getting clipped. He shoots from 2 deep. Devin Booker would have probably been able to get box out, but he was for some reason going to Shaq's pop. So it's 8-10. We need another bucket here. We need another bucket here. That's what we need. We need another bucket here. Devin Booker versus Draymond again. I try to hit him with the pop. He's not falling for the pop anymore. I wait out the reach, but Draymond and Shaq are playing amazing defense. I end up throwing it in between somehow. Julius Erving is spotting at the midi. I end up getting blessed because I threw it at 2 people reaching, but we'll take it. It's 10-10. Stephen Curry right back right there. Anthony Davis got to punch that. But once again, a 2 is what we live with right now. We going to come down and try to hunt for a 3 if we can. But even this gameplay, me and Ty aren't doing anything just outrageously, like just something you don't even think, oh my gosh, he ends up giving up the 3. I don't know who Gush is. Oh my gosh, he ends up giving up the 3. We take it. D-Book in that count of 3. It's ugly gameplay, but it's gritty gameplay. We put AD on the ball. It's Shaq versus Julius Erving. I got badge right now, so hopefully my attributes being buffed up by 4 can help me get this stop. We end up switching Dr. J back into the play. He ends up shooting the bug. We jump. And that's my stop right there. We finally end up getting the stop. We give Dr. J that ball. Dr. J to the Baja. AD right by Shaq. His CPU right sticks. Dr. J wide open in that corner. Count 3. We are now up 16-12. But you know when you playing a good person, the game is never over. Let's see if we can get this game over. He goes to the Baja. Dr. J got to smack that off backboard, but I couldn't do it. 16-14 my way. Dr. J versus Steph. I try to just go right through him because I have finishing badge. Draymond doesn't reach at the ball correctly. I end up setting the screen. I have Stephen Curry on me. This is the switch I've been wanting all game because if I set it with my center, he can't switch Steph on AD because it's going to be a bucket. He thinks I'm going to fade right there. I could have kicked it to the 3, but I wanted to get Devin Booker badge right there. I felt like he was going to get badge from a dunk and not an assist. And I told you, getting sharp badge is mandatory. As you can see, he has sharp badge with Stephen Curry. Now I have to double the screen. 18-16, we need something easy, but you know I'm not going to look for nothing easy. I end up getting plucked by Draymond Green, and the game is back in his hands. 18-16, he's moving with Steph Curry. I just bring a double. I don't even chance it. I just bring the double. I come back up, I play the left side, and then I bring myself back up and play the right side. I'm not going to give up the 3 by any means. I should be able to at least get the 2 back. So that's the good part. I should be able to get the 2 back. 18-18, we need 1 bucket. I have sharp badge. Anthony Davis couldn't walk any slower up this court. I have Shaq on me. I try to get to that corner. He guards it perfectly. I need Anthony Davis to come here because Shaq is in my face, hands up, bands up, and I couldn't get the pass through. We have to force a 2 right here by any means. We cannot give up a 3-pointer. We can't give up a 3-pointer. No matter what happens, we can't give up a 3-pointer right here. We just double the screen. We're trying to put him in a trapper animation, but for some reason it keeps letting him outrun. He fast stops me. He ends up going up with a 2. I'm glad he didn't swing to 1 more. 20-18. So now what time is it? It's time to live and die by that 3. If I don't get a 3 this possession, then I should just take the loss. So we got Devin Booker versus Draymond. He doesn't click on. He clicks on late. We just ain't gonna fade him for that 3. Now, one more time. Let's give up a 2. Devin Booker got badged for at least 1 more play. We're going to end this game. All we got to do is get that ball so we can end that game. He ankle fades wrong. He shoots a midi. Now it's time to send him home. Give Devin Booker that ball and get out of his way. Give Devin Booker that ball and get out of his way. He ends up switching Steph Curry onto me. I'm feasting right now. I'm foaming at that mouth. Boop, boop. He thought I was going to hit Dr. J for a second. I end up getting space in that corner. Corner 3. Corner 3. We end up knocking down TyDebo. Next, we end up playing versus my boy Slaughter. But back to the tips and tricks that I was talking about. As you can see, it's all about just trying to get a stop. Like, you have to do whatever you can do to get a stop, because if you can make your life easier scoring, like offensively, whether it's fast break or anything of that nature, then you're setting yourself up for success way better than you are. Like, everybody can score in this game mode. It's not really that hard. Obviously, I'm not saying you're going to be able to score every play, but you should be able to score efficiently enough to where you have faith in everything that you're doing. You have faith in it. And that's the good thing about this being on a low difficulty. But like I said, play cards that you're comfortable with. Go out there and just try to get a bucket. That's the best thing I could say. Just go out there and try to get a bucket. I can't stress it any more than that. You just gotta go out there and you just gotta give your all. 15 games. If you feel, listen, and trust your first instinct too. If you feel like, man, I got 8 games in a row, man, I don't know if I could, man, I don't know if I get 7 more. Hit up somebody for some advice, quotation marks, advice on Twitter, or, you know, just take a break. Like, you're not in no rush to do it. I mean, you're not, it don't expire tomorrow. I hope. It might expire tomorrow, honestly, but hope it don't expire tomorrow. So it just kind of is what it is, but I think you just got to not stress too much over it. I think most of the reason a lot of you guys don't get Bosh is because you guys are just stressing too much over it. Like, and yes, I understand if some of the best players were struggling doing it, that doesn't mean that somebody who doesn't have the best team or barely plays it is going to just come out here and whoop behind the entire time. I understand that, but trust me, you can do it. You can do it 150%. But like I said, lineup-wise, I suggest you use a Pop, Anthony Davis, a Serge Ibaka, a Jabari Smith, a Al Horford, for Jesus sakes. Like, I don't tell anybody to use Shaq unless you are that confident and you're getting a 3-up ability that you're okay with everything else. As you can see, we end up getting to Chris Bosh. Regardless, though, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Any other questions, make sure you drop them down below. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Stop by the Twitch Splashy, stop by the Kick, not Splashy, stop by the Twitter Splash Edition. Turn on notice, DM me or comment on any of my posts and any questions. I love every single one of y'all. Let's all get this box together. Make sure y'all DM me if y'all need any personal advice on lineups or anything of that nature. I'll make sure I try to get to it. Have a blessed day. I'm out. Peace.